He's not by far the biggest I shot, but it was pretty cool. I don't know if I got it on camera, but I got a solid hit. And he went quite a ways, so I'm going to get down and go after him. Let's go look for him. There's the arrow. Complete blast split through. Yep. We'll stick that right there. There was a tree stand right there. Let's give it a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 yards. I bled all the whole length of that arrow. So we'll get after it. 8:54 on the 22nd, and the arrow entered that deer at a steep angle. That's why I didn't go very far from where the shot was at. And like I said last night, the tree stands right there at 16 yards. And so it went in a little high, but that would have made it come out at a steeper angle. It should have got at least one lung. So we'll pick up the track, and like I say, I didn't want to get too aggressive last night because it was getting dark. So we'll get on the tracking. That's one bad thing I don't like about nighttime hunting, is you run out of, unless the deer falls on its tracks, you're tracking in the dark, and I found them in the dark, but I just, like I said, that was a good video shot on it. I mean, it detailed that real good. But, so it took off running down to what used to be a clover plot, angled off that way. So we'll get on and go and see what we can see. That was the first blood. About 40 yards away. And I know it, I seen it run across this field up through there, so at least I got the first drop of blood. There's another drop right there. So he went down this trail. I'm sure glad we had a cloudy sky and it didn't have a bunch of frost on the ground this morning. It's pretty frost-free. I think sort of a trail right through here. More blood. Boy, I hit a mule deer one time like that, and it pulled the intestine out and plugged up the hole. At least we're on a blood trail. We'd have never seen that last night. And there's, oh yeah, here we go. Now we're getting into the blood. Blood all over them leaves right there. I mean, for what we had, at least we know we're on the right trail. Yeah, there's some more blood right there. I stomped on that coming down off of there. Oh, there's blood. There's blood. More blood. There's that Now I'm on the other side of those trees. That's where he came right down through here and broke out across this clover field. Yeah. Oh, he went right up that trail. Boy, it'd have been hard to find that blood trail in the nighttime. Right on that piece of wood right there. So this is the trail that he took out. This is the trail. He crossed that clover field up there. Yep. Little speck of blood right there. Boy, you really gotta look hard. I don't understand. That low hole should have been pouring it out of there. He went right past that tree right there. Should be a ribbon on there. Anyway, he went right past that tree. So he had to have went down this real steep, going down to the creek. Got on down there. Well, I wouldn't say he wasn't going to climb up that hill. I assume he probably went right along here and went up that trail. That's the most gentlest slope there is. There's blood. He must have went up that trail. See, he came down that trail. He came up. And apparently went up that way. Wow. We finally got more blood. I was going blind, but how I was going was I was taking these trails. I was taking these trails into the same wind. It was a lot, he was bleeding good there. All through here, he was bleeding real good. Bleeding real good. And I was taking these trails. We had a northwest wind, and the wind would have been blowing right into his face as he was traveling up through this trail. Yeah, it took a considerable amount of time and quite a ways from where he got shot, but he's dripping it out pretty good now. I mean, it's the best blood that we've had. I kept going up to this high ground to bed down. Yeah, he's crossed this road, come through there. He's crossed this road that I mowed through a trail. Yeah, right there. I think some blood, yep, right on the trail. So, there's more blood, more blood. Yeah, he went right up through there. Big splotch of blood. He's headed to high ground. He would bed down with the wind coming over his back. Pretty sure there's blood on that tree up there. Yeah, there's that blood. And it's on the trail too. So that's coming out the side he got shot on. Yeah, but that's a good mark. He's really bleeding now compared to what he started. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? There he is. That was a hell of a tracking job. There's blood. I'll go back here and show you something. With blood all the way through there. And this was the tree right here that he bled on. And he's only, let's see, what time is it? 10:15. From where that tree was, this is how far he was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 yards. 15 yards. And lucky for me, the coyotes didn't get him. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Well, we'll get him over here. Well, here he is. He's basically a typical tan. Got a kicker on there, but like I said, he's not the biggest buck in Iowa by any means. But I'll tell you one thing. The trophy about this guy was the tracking job. And it took a while before the blood really got going on the ground. But he's a trophy of a lifetime for me for the persistence and the knowledge of how to track. And like I said, there are some places, but my main factor was the wind was blowing out of the northwest, and that's exactly how he traveled, right into the northwest. So we got it done. He probably went, I want to say, roughly 400 yards. But, and boy, there was a lot of times the blood was, it took a while for it to really get to the ground. But it was a complete pass-through with my bow, with a 100-grain Muzzy broadhead on it. And I'm still old school, 5-inch fletch, but that just gives you more blood to look at. So that's a pretty nice buck. Pretty nice buck. Well, time to get him out of here. It took a while. Like I said, he's nowhere the biggest in Iowa, and he would have had a lot of future. But you know, I just haven't seen any big deer down there. I don't know if the EHD had a problem with the drought, because they're real scarce. So we'll get him up out of here. Yep, tagged and dragged. It's a 1992 Suzuki. I pulled behind that sled. That sled works really good, whether there's snow on the ground or not. But he's a pretty nice little buck. Proud of that guy, but really proud of the blood trail. He would have been a big, nice big buck, but I don't know. They just seem like they disappear around here fast. So right here's where the deer was. And you can see the orange tape. That last tree was where the blood was on the tree. And it was 14 yards from him. So we're going to measure this as accurate as we can with this wheel. We'll get it set at 0. Okay, we're all 0, so I don't know how accurate this will be going over the junk. But we'll go as straight as we can. So this is where the deer died. I just want to give some reference how far he went. Now up here is where he was shot. The arrow passed through right there, and we're right at 829 feet. And it was 100 feet, basically, from 8, that had been back to 720. So the first blood wasn't until out there in that grass for 100 feet. And it was just one little speck. Well, I hope you enjoyed that adventure. But it was something to share that following of that historical blood trail up. To stay the course and use your head with which direction the wind was blowing, that was really something. And like I said, I'm not bragging on size of the deer. Right there was the size of the hunt, because it was really something to track that blood trail and be rewarded to salvage that deer. Well, that's it from the non-typical. Done it the Mealey way.